Ready? Hey,
お願いします。
お願いします。Hey, get up and down. Hey, side to side. Hey, shoulders. Hey, circles, one way. Circles the other way. Hey, arms. And back. Each, come in. Hey, here come in. Hey, one side and the other side. Crossing one side, the other side. Open close. Aikido. Hey, hand tight. Yo, Benji. Yoko. Hey, Yogi, Q, Ko, Q, Ko, San, Q, Ko, is. Hey, up, forward, hey, down. Hey, your knees, from back, and circles, all the way. Oh, circles the other way. Sideways. Hey, front, back. Hey, open your toes. 9、5、9、5、3、9、5、outside presence. Handshake. It's always a habit. Then inside presence. Knee raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hip hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side motions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lowering your body. Knees out. Hands in. Knees out. Hands in. Knees out. Hands in. Hands down. Almost touching knees. Going back. Down. Almost touch. Back. Down. Almost touch. Back. Down. Almost touch. Back. Lateral jumps. One side. The other side. 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 Holding toes. Raising head. Keeps up. Keeps down. Keeps up. Keeps down. Keeps up. Keeps down. Keeps up. Coming up to your spine. Into your shoulders. Up into your head. And circles. So that exercise, when we go down to this deep position and then put our hips up and then the rest of the body is a good, it's a reasonable mobility exercise. We just need to make sure that when we do our basic squats, we don't commit the same, it's not that it's a mistake. For that exercise, that action is the appropriate action. But for a squat, it's very important to remember that on the way down, your hips lead, and on the way up, your head leads. If we're not careful, the way of doing it wrong is on the way down, our head will lead, and on the way up, our hips will lead. Okay, so it's very important that we pay a lot of attention to the fact that on the way down, our hip leads, on the way up, our head leads. Okay, it's quite common. Sometimes people kind of more or less does that. Okay, but then on the way up, then they whip, they jog up with their hips first, and then they go with the head afterwards. So that's something that we need to pay a lot of attention to not do, because it will have a lot of implications in our training. And that's why, for example, when people come into Ushiro Ryo, the Kubidori, let's say, and then we go hips back, instead of hips down, and then the motion back, and so on. So it's very easy, or Ryos, anything on the back, Ushiro Ryo, the Kubidori, Ushiro Ryo, Katadori, and things like that. It is very tempting to start by pushing with the leg, with the hips, instead of going down, okay? And on the way up, it's very tempting to push with the hips again, and then with the head on. So anyway, so this getting up position, which is fine for this exercise, is hips first, give your stretch, and then do the rest. It's good mobility for that exercise, but it's not what happens, or it's not a good indication for a squat type of activity. Okay, so just keep that also in mind. So even here, for example, when you're side to side, when you're Cossack squats, try to keep your head a little bit as much as high as possible, because once again, the tendency will be to put the head down, and then move side to side. Now, it's just have it. I'm saying it has to be perfectly straight, but try to keep your head up, okay? And then when you go down, try to keep your head up. On the other side, when you go up, try to keep your head up. Now it's very important here. One of the elements, remember, that affects posture is the location, is your line of sight. So if you're looking to the ground, your head will go down. So don't look to the ground, look to the front. Okay, even if you don't look completely up to the sky, but just look to the front. Okay, the other side, look to the front, don't look to the ground. So automatically your head will go down. The other side again, look to the front, don't look to the ground. Okay, so hands in front, look to the front, don't look to the ground. The other side, hand in front, look to the front, don't look to the ground. Okay, one more time, hands in front. Okay. Pull down, knees down, and stretch. The other side, and down, knees down, sit. So, side to side. Okay. So your eyes, remember, your eyes is one of the three elements that impact your posture. Right now, we should know that reasonably well. Of course, there's an element of core muscle strength and whatever condition your spine has, which each person has a different condition, different curvature on their spine. But there are three other subtle things that affect your eye, your posture. One is your eyesight. Wherever you're looking, your head is going, and most likely your body is going. Number two is the tilting of your pelvis. However, your pelvic is tilted in one direction or in another direction, affects your posture. And number three is the engagement or lack of your, what do you call these things at the back?
Shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades, into position, So shoulder blades, tilting of your pelvic area, eye level. Those three things are a little bit more subtle structural things that fix your posture, okay? Regardless of your strength of your core muscles, which impacts a lot, and also your natural lordosis or lack of on your lower back. That's each person has a different one of those. So open your legs, elbows down. Coming forward. Pushing back. Coming forward. hips up, hips down, hips back, forward, hips up, hips down, hips back. So, hey, sitting down and feet in front of you, hands on the back, a little bit with some support, shin box position, one side and the other side. One side, change, one side, change, one side, change, one side, change, the other side, change. Okay, this time with Ushiro Ukemi and getting into shin box position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now this time after the shin box, we're going to go all the way up into our knees for the extension. 1, up into your knees. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, good. So now, next one, on your knee up. Okay, so we're going to get into position, and from that place, we're going to one knee explosions and coming down into the ground. Okay, so remember to use your upper body to support your lower body, engage your core muscles, hands in front, and just one leg raises from that position. Okay, and 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And to the side. The idea is to have control and medium explosiveness with the motion while keeping all muscles engaged. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now and rest. Okay, so next one is going to be side kicks. Okay, just start with, remember your hands normally can be all the way out to form a plank or all the way in to have a deep squat. Okay, in this case, your hands are not obviously all the way out into plank or all the way in for a deep squat. They are kind of halfway in. Okay, so you're in a halfway in position. Just watch first. You're going to pivot to one side and extend, leg parallel to the ground, not touching ideally. Opposite hand pulling back to your shoulder, core muscles engaged. Come back in the middle. The other side, pull, parallel, back, opposite hand, back towards you, coming back to the middle. Okay? So side kicks, okay, in sequence, nice and slow. All right, hands in front and one side. 1, hold. So back in the middle, the other side. extend, back in the middle, the other side, extend, middle, back, extend, middle, pivot, 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 extend, middle, and rest. Okay. So that little sequence for lower body and core muscle exercise, shin box extensions, single leg get-ups, and side-to-side kick-throughs. Okay, so we're going to repeat that one. In this round, when we get to the side-to-side kick-throughs, we're going to add the tactical get-up. Okay, so you are in that position, you're going to pivot, you're going to extend, hold, then you're going to pass back, and then you're going to get up. You're going to keep looking to the same side that you did it. Down, hand down, extend one more time, coming back into the middle. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to pivot, you're going to extend, hold, you're going to pass back, get up, keep looking on the same side, down, extend, and middle, and so on. Okay, so when we get to that part, that's what we are doing. Let's start with shin boxes, first on your bum, and then with the extension. So just stay on your bum for a few, and then I call the extension, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And knee up. Single legs, raises. Okay, so your position, engage core muscles, and 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the middle. Side to side kicks with tactical get up. So one side, stand, pass, up, down, extend, middle. That was 1. The other side, extend, pass, up, down, extend, middle. That was 2. Side, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 3, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 4, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 5, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 6, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 7, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 8, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 9, extend, back, up, down, extend, middle, 10, and rest. So those 3 set of exercises are pretty reasonable lower body mobility, core engagement, tiny little bit of upper body strength exercise, and they are very, very good for our overall training necessities. So that's going to be always a good idea. All right. So now down on your back. Very good. Down on your back. Just release your lower back, side to side, knee side to side, knee side to side. Good, 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 good. Side to side. All right. So shrimping. Remember when moving towards one side and hands here, pushing out, coming back in the middle, turning the other to the middle again. Turn to the side, hands push down, hip goes up. You come back in the middle, and then you come back again. Okay? So because you raise your body a little bit, is the reason why shrimping is hard as an exercise is because they are kind of micro side planks. You know, a side plank, which is where you are here, you're holding yourself with your obliques, you're holding in that position. So what basically a shrimp is a little micro side plank, because you come here, not through the forearm, but through the shoulder. For a moment, you are up in the air with the hip flying. So that's why shrimping is complicated, because it requires a head, hip, core muscle action that resembles a tiny little bit like a mobile side plank. So, okay, so remember, you're going to pivot to one side, you're going to have your hands in, and then you're going to push, raise your hips up, and then you're going to bring it back, and middle, and then the other side, and again. Okay, so shrimping on the same spot. Okay, one side, 1, back, the other side, 2, back, to the side, 3, back, to the side, 4, back, side, 5, back, side, 6, back, side, 7, back, side, 8, back, side, 9, back, side, 10, back. And I didn't explain the feet, okay? But of course, your feet kind of perform a little bit of a post function, because you have to be able to push yourself up, in this case, through the feet, which are posting. So when you move to the one side, for example, that side, it's usually the upper leg, you know, the one that posts. The lower leg doesn't really do much. The lower leg could even extend. But the lower leg doesn't really have a lot of function, because it cannot post. It's kind of sideways, kind of weirdly. So, you know, when you move to one side, okay, in this position, usually is the upper leg the one that posts. The lower leg is a little bit free, or can be a little bit free, and you know, because it just basically extends. Okay, so you go to the other side. Upper leg is the one that is going to be doing the work of posting, and the bottom leg frees itself. Okay, so let's try to do that one more time, and let's see if you find a little bit of congruence on the way your legs are moving. Usually, as I say, the upper leg, when you're sideways, the upper leg is the one that will do the work of posting in order to exit, your movement. So one side and out, back, the other side, out, back, the other side, out, back, 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 and relax. All right. So, okay, let's do that bit. We have time to do the sequence that we didn't do last week. So we're going to do a little sequence with a set of basic motions for our core, our leg work, etc. So first one, we're going to start by doing, our basic brave hold, but this time with no leg tucking. So just lower your hips, find your place, and then you end up in this half dead bug position. Okay. From this half dead bug position, you're going to pivot to one side, pivot to the other side, pivot one side, pivot to the other side. Once you have done that, you're going to choose one leg and extend. Okay, you're going to move your way back. Second hand on the floor. You're going to do a front kick. Okay. So we have the whole sequence goes something like this. Okay, let's see if we kind of do the whole sequence. Milena is in there. She comes, she pushes. I go down to the ground. She comes here, and then I push with both legs. She goes to one side. I move with both legs. She goes to the other side. I move with both legs. I choose one side. I make distance. Choose the other hand. Give a little bit of a kick, and then hook and take it down, up, and get stuck. So that's the full little sequence play with that exercise. So, okay, let's see if we can do the whole thing. Let's just do it, and then just try to copy as much as we can. Okay. So first of all, lower your hips and rifle without hitting your head. Legs up. Okay. Legs up, nice and alive, nice and well. Pivot to one side. Legs alive, legs well. Pivot to the other side. Legs alive. So it can more than a kind of like not so much like a bicycle, just front, back, front, back, front, back. Okay, so it's just front, back. So they're kind of kicking forward, kicking back. They're not kind of bicycling in the spot. They're just pushing back, back. So that's why your dead box position. That's what basically they do: extending, 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 extending. Now go down, and you are going to choose one extended, one post. That's fine. Arm is on the side of the extended. Remember, you're going to raise, make distance. Come back, second hand goes back, raise your hip and front kick down. And now you are going to visualize hooking with the leg extended and kicking down with the leg posted. That's what hooks and kicks the knee down. The person goes down, you go back into position, and you come up and you get up. Yeah, so that's the basic little sequence. Okay, one more time. Down, take your head, legs up. Okay, nice and alive. Keep your core muscles engaged. Legs up, nice and alive. Pivot to one side, nice and alive. Okay, pivot to the other side, nice and alive. I'm going to do the same side so you can see if you had to. Choose one leg forward and one leg tuck. Okay, second hand in front, raise, make distance, back. Second hand down, raise, engage core muscles. Extend with that leg, down. Hook with the extended leg. Kick with the other leg, down, go back into your position, and your tactical get. Okay? All right, so let's have a look. Down, break, legs up, nice and alive. So pivot to the other side, nice and alive. Pivot to the other side, nice and alive. Down, post and extend, hand in front, raise your hip, make distance. Down, second hand goes back, raise hips, engage core muscles, front kick, down, hook, and kick, down, raise, and up. Okay. But remember, the action of hooking and gripping the leg is not so. None of these ones are foreign movements. It's just that we're using a foreign part of our body, which is the legs. But the actions in themselves, they are not foreign. Like, in the sense, if we are able to use only my hands, she would just come here, we will throw, I will tuck, for example, I'll get up, then just try to make distance with her, make distance with her, make distance with her, okay? And then the rest thing is just actions that we normally do. She can come with both hands, okay? Boom, I can eliminate if that's something that's how we do our entry, okay? Also, or she comes around, down, hooking and sweeping, and then getting up again. So all of those actions are easily performed by our arms, okay, in our basic type of practice. It's just that we have a little bit of a trouble thinking with our legs, a little bit sometimes. So, okay, so in your basic hook and sweep, okay, what you're doing with your legs or with your hands is always the same. You are holding, making sure that the leg cannot step back. Because if I push this and there is nothing cooking, she just steps back, and there is nothing to hook, nothing to sweep. So I hold, sweeps. Now we need to be careful when we practice this with partners, because ideally the sweeping sideways is the safe way of taking the person down. What can happen is you can grab and push into the knee, and that's a more dangerous way of obviously taking the person down, because one thing is to sweep on the side and allow the person to take a kemi. Another thing is to push into the knee and obviously damage the knee more severely. Okay, so couple more. Okay, standing up, sitting down, kemi, taking your head, legs up, nice and alive. Pivot to one side, nice and alive. Pivot to the other side, nice and alive. Go down, pulse extend, raise hip, make distance, second hand, raise hip, kick forward, down, hooking, kicking with your leg, down, leg, hip, and get up. One more. Down, back, legs up, nice and alive. Pivot, nice and alive. Pivot, nice and alive. Down, hands in front. Keep, make distance. Down, raise, front kick. Down, hook, extend. Down, hand, up. All right, last one, very last one. Where we go? One more. Down, back, up. Right. Remember, that's the first movement is a technique. Your head doesn't hit the ground, otherwise there's nothing else can follow, right? Legs in front, boom, boom, boom. To the side, legs in front, keep them alive. 1, 2, around, keep them alive. 1, 2, one pose, one extend, and in front, keep, distance, second, up, kicking, down, hooking, extending, down, up, and out. All right, so that's a bit of a basic practice. And it's good for your core muscles, it's good for the mobility of your legs, it's good for the awareness of your hips, and so on. So let's finish up this. Right. Hey.
どうもありがとうございました。
Arigato gozaimashita.